Have you ever thought about the places where life once flourished, but now remains abandoned and forgotten? Some of these places hold not only stories of decay, but also dark histories full of tragedy, suffering, and even horror. In this video, we're going to explore 8 of the most creepy and unsettling abandoned locations around the world, each with its own disturbing story that has shaped its ghostly present. Let's take a journey through these forgotten places and uncover the haunting tales they hold. 1. Pripyat, Ukraine, the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Let's start with one of the most notorious abandoned cities in the world, Pripyat. Once a thriving Soviet city, it was home to workers at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. But in 1986, a disaster changed everything. The explosion at Reactor 4 of the Chernobyl plant caused a radioactive release, and within hours, Pripyat was abandoned. Imagine living in a city where residents left in a hurry, thinking they would return in just a few days, but never did. Personal belongings, children's toys, and everyday objects remain behind, a stark reminder of lives interrupted by the worst nuclear disaster in history. Today, Pripyat is a radioactive ghost town. The iconic Ferris wheel in the amusement park is a skeletal symbol of the sudden stop to normal life. Walking through the streets, you can almost hear the echoes of the past. Children's laughter, workers heading to their jobs, all replaced by an eerie silence that's amplified by the radioactive decay that still lingers. 2. Island of the Dolls, Mexico. Now, let's head to the strange and disturbing Island of the Dolls, located in the Xochimilco canals of Mexico. This island is not like any other you'll find. It's covered in hundreds, perhaps thousands, of old, decaying dolls. They're strung up in trees, their eyes seemingly watching anyone who dares to visit. The legend behind this eerie island is both sad and unsettling. In the 1950s, a hermit named Julian Santana Barrera moved to the island and found a young girl who had drowned in the canals. To appease her spirit, he hung a doll in the tree where she had drowned. Over the years, he became obsessed, collecting more dolls from the area. When he was found dead in 2001, some said he passed away in the very spot where the girl drowned. The dolls are said to have a life of their own, with visitors claiming they can hear whispers or see the doll's eyes move. A truly unsettling place, the Island of the Dolls is one of the creepiest abandoned locations, blending legend with the terrifying reality of an isolated man's obsession. 3. Beelitz-Heilstätten, Germany. Next, we journey to Beelitz-Heilstätten, a sprawling sanatorium complex in Germany that once treated victims of mustard gas during World War I. It was here that Adolf Hitler, a young soldier at the time, received treatment for his injuries. However, the complex's history doesn't stop there. It is forever tainted by the Beelitz Beast, a serial killer who terrorized the area in the 1990s. The abandoned sanatorium now stands as a haunting reminder of the trauma that occurred within its walls. The decaying surgical theaters, empty hallways, and derelict patient rooms are now a popular spot for paranormal investigators. Many report strange occurrences, flickering lights, disembodied voices, and eerie shadows. This place is more than just an abandoned hospital. It's a sinister relic of war, medical experimentation, and human suffering. 4. Poveglia Island, Italy. Moving on to Italy, we visit Poveglia Island, often regarded as the most haunted place on Earth. This tiny island off the coast of Venice has witnessed some of the darkest moments in history. During the plague, it served as a quarantine station where thousands of victims were sent to die. Later, it became a psychiatric hospital where rumors say a doctor performed lobotomies on patients before leaping to his death from the bell tower. Some locals believe the island is cursed, and many report an intense feeling of dread just by being in proximity to the island. Poveglia Island has been left to decay, with no one allowed to set foot on it for many years. Yet, stories of its disturbing past persist, with locals claiming to hear the sounds of anguished screams carried by the wind. The mass graves rumored to be buried beneath the island's soil are a grim reminder of the suffering that once took place here. 5. Eastern State Penitentiary, United States. Next, we head to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where the Eastern State Penitentiary stands as a monument to punishment and despair. Built in the 1820s, this prison was designed with the goal of inspiring penitence through absolute isolation. Prisoners were kept in their cells 23 hours a day, with no human interaction. The idea was to induce remorse and change through solitude. However, the result was often madness and despair, with many prisoners eventually succumbing to insanity or committing suicide. The stories of these tormented souls are still alive today, as many believe the spirits of former inmates haunt the abandoned prison. Visitors report ghostly apparitions and eerie sounds that send shivers down the spine. Today, the eastern state is famous for its haunting atmosphere and eerie presence. The prison's long, empty hallways and decaying cells are a chilling reminder of a dark chapter in the American penal system. 6. Oradour-sur-Glane, France. The village of Oradour-sur-Glane, located in southwestern France, is a silent witness to one of the most horrifying acts of World War II. On June 10, 1944, Nazi Waffen-SS troops massacred 642 villagers in cold blood, burning the town to the ground. The villagers were herded into the church, where many were shot or burned alive. The massacre was part of a campaign of terror against French resistance movements, but it left an indelible mark on the village's history. The remains of the village have been left untouched, as it was deliberately preserved as a memorial by French authorities. Today, the ruins stand as a reminder of the brutal wartime atrocities, with cars still rusted in the streets and abandoned belongings left behind. Today, Oradour-sur-Glane remains frozen in time. The ruins have been preserved as a memorial, with rusted cars still sitting in the streets and abandoned sewing machines left on tables. The ghostly silence that surrounds the village is a solemn reminder of the cruelty that took place here. 7. Hashima Island, Japan. Hashima Island, also known as Gunkanjima or Battleship Island, is a haunting reminder of Japan's industrial past. Located off the coast of Nagasaki, this small island was once the most densely populated place on Earth, with over 5,000 people living on just 15 acres. It was a coal mining town, and its workers, many of whom were forced laborers from Korea and China during World War II, endured brutal conditions deep in the undersea mines. As the island's resources were depleted, the workers were left in miserable conditions, making Hashima a dark symbol of exploitation. The island was abandoned in 1974 when the mines closed, and now, it stands as a decaying ruin. The concrete buildings, which once housed the workers and their families, are now empty shells. Hashima Island is a powerful reminder of the exploitation and suffering that occurred during wartime, and it remains one of the most visited abandoned sites in Japan. 8. Catacombs of Paris, France. Finally, we end our list with the Catacombs of Paris, an underground ossuary that holds the remains of over 6 million people. In the 18th century, Paris cemeteries were overflowing with bodies, and the city decided to move the remains to former quarries beneath the streets. Today, only a small section of the catacombs is open to the public, but the miles of unmapped tunnels beneath Paris are said to hold the bones of those who got lost in the darkness and perished there. The sheer scale of the catacombs is mind-boggling, as visitors venture deeper into the underground labyrinth, surrounded by human bones stacked in intricate formations. The catacombs are a chilling place to visit, with the bones stacked in intricate patterns along the walls. The sight of millions of human remains serves as a somber reminder of the transient nature of life and the dark history that lies beneath the surface of the City of Lights. As we've just seen, these 8 abandoned places hold dark and disturbing histories, and though they may seem like relics of the past, their stories continue to haunt us today. From nuclear disasters to war crimes, these locations are not just abandoned buildings, they are tombs of tragedy, loss, and human suffering. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with fellow history enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more eerie, chilling stories from the world's darkest corners. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown. Don't forget to comment below. What place would you visit or avoid if you had the chance?